Yes, I'm right in the game! This guy's missed Dubai for the show.
But I know. See,
all his pals are out to Dubai and he's not went because
have a good one, boys.
He's dropped a few names.
Dedication.
Dropped a few of the Z-listers in.
Charlie Miller, Simon, Dolan, a few of them. A few of the boys.
Who else?
Big Derek White, not where
Big Derek White's been.
He's a big handsome boy, isn't he?
He's too good looking.
He's
Too
good.
looking.
Have you been over? Have you been there before?
Aye. It's good.
Good.
Any stories for us?
For what I can remember, it was good.
Just a drinking here?
Oh, brilliant. There's 3 competitions. You play football, 1 game, Scotland, England. You play golf, Scotland, England, and then drinking competition for 3 days.
Do all the boys left all like England and Scotland boys all drink together?
I don't know. I showed you a photo. They're at the pool this morning.
Who's good lads at England boys?
At the pools. We
Ron Atkinson, you
Henry and that. And Ron goes as well.
No, he does that.
He's there, he was there a couple of times. Aye, he's doing it. He's there on holiday. He goes there at this time. And he goes there and he comes in. Big Baz brings him.
He's big balls.
Big Baz.
All right, I think he says he's got big balls.
He has that as well. He's got a hump as well.
I was there a few years ago.
It's good. Good fun.
We were there, was it 4 or 5 days, didn't we? For 2 or 3 days. Lost day, 2 or 3 days.
Aye.
Well, you're Japan, innit? So Dubai's just it's not far, is it? Wee Daisy Meda.
I know.
But you know what it was? We had a great day. It was me, Charlie.
Aye, good.
And it was Peter Grant.
Oh, aye. Oh, you couldn't have had a great day with Grant. No,
sounds like a good laugh. Get you over there next year.
It was brilliant.
That's good.
So it was.
So you're steaming and then you're going to play the game, aye?
Aye.
Did you play the games?
Aye.
Mad what?
I played. Aye, yeah. Everybody's drunk. Everybody's pissed.
At least go to the half cut.
Aye.
Before
you don't go on. You don't go on.
Right.
So you wanted to
me and Coisty played 2 years ago. Me and Coisty played up front 2 years ago, and the shout went up. It's the first time they've ever seen 2 holding strikers.
By the way, a shout out for
Go on, Derek.
the mum and dad.
I have an anniversary to my wee mammy, my wee dad, Ori and Archie. 55 years married.
Well done.
So
wonder what they'll be up to all day today.
Easy.
Enjoy your day.
Some number as well, isn't it?
It's a lovely number. I'm going to be 55 this year as well.
No.
So I think that's why they get married, because of me.
So what 55?
Oh, was it one of them? They only got married because you...
There's a lot of 55s going about this year, isn't
That
there?
was probably a mistake, wasn't it? So they've had to tie the knot because of me.
Is that right?
Brilliant.
It's your fault.
It's my fault.
Aye.
No.
There's a lot of 55s going about this year, isn't there? A lot of claims.
So, no, it's 55. It's it's you, lads.
Did they watch us? Did they watch the show?
They watch it all the time.
My ma says my first. She says I put a washing out to dry longer than you were married the first time.
How many times have you been engaged?
Oh, 8.
Right, I don't know, how did you go about proposing?
I didn't.
great
I can't.
question.
By the way, I didn't. Can't remember ever.
What do you mean? You've been so young, you proposed 8 times and you can't remember?
Wake up in the morning and all of a sudden you're talking about wedding. I'm like, what the fuck did I do last night?
But yours was one of them 100% you've done something wrong and you've just went, oh fuck it,
Let's go on it. Good party. I can hold a good party.
I done it the right way. I done it.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, Barbados, wow.
Oh, it does help. She's there.
Conley looked like a guy who was we get pally with him. We were having a great.
What, you proposed to him?
Sean.
It was a good laugh. And it was funny on Billy Conley. It was a good laugh.
Were you Stephen?
Of course I was.
Brilliant.
Old Dutch curries, you know.
I'd like to know anybody that's no steaming.
I'm no scared to admit that.
that?
But there you go.
Look, the carrot started
Only
great.
So you're 30 years this
proposals.
year?
It's all
I'm 30
books,
year.
innit?
Did she start crying?
No.
She's crying now. Hey, she's crying now.
Right, did you, can you remember any, no?
Nah.
Have you ever proposed naked?
Obviously, I can't remember.
Aye, you must have been naked.
Well,
8 times, on average, how much would a ring be?
Oh, shut up. Don't go
Nightmare. That's a sore point, isn't it? Oh, you're talking about gifts though.
That's
beautiful
I
touch.
never get one ring back.
You never got one ring back?
No.
you've been doing the bars?
This is Frank McAvenny's
what
gift for your good wife.
Oh, that's
Right, I love that. Great touch, by the way.
If you're wondering why it's so heavy, Kevin Kyle's t-shirt's in it.
By the way, it looks a bit warm, that.
It looks like that's definitely a gift that's been passed on as a gift.
No.
It's Frank. It's fucking.
I can't give you a story of
No a chance.
I once got a bottle of champagne for somebody.
That's for me.
Obviously,
That's
that
me.
I knew that it had been given.
I dropped it
to
this
them as a
morning.
gift.
Somebody famous?
It was by very famous.
I know who it is, McCoy, start it. 100%. So wait, you knew somebody gave McCoy a gift and then he gave it to you?
No, wasn't McCoy's.
Aye.
It wasn't Alan McCoy's, but it was somebody.
Soon as.
Somebody with money. Somebody with
Gordon Ramsay.
Mark Catley.
No, you would have read it. It's not in the book.
They've wrote that.
No, I've not done
What else this week? Golf. You've been golfing, haven't you?
Cancelled.
You and Big John golfing this week?
Yes.
How was it?
Friday. I was good. Played on Tuesday. They beat me.
They beat you?
But you're never going up to Archerfield again?
No, not that time. 2.5 hours together.
I know, but that's because you and John stopped in every lay-by. What was it you were up to?
Just probably have a wee talk to him.
Stevie Wonder.
And what about you, Derek? What are you up
upset.
to this week?
I'm having a wee bit of user into it at the minute. You're in a
Wow.
keep fit.
Are you, mate? Aye.
You're trying to yourself fitter. So am I as well.
Well done.
So what are you doing to get yourself fitter?
Just in the I can't we can't run as much now, obviously my knees. I can jog.
You need to stop going on your two knees every night. It's not helping you at all.
I can jog once a week, but I go into the gym. I like to get a wee sweat on.
But how are you getting the sweat
I
on
go
then
in the
if you
gym
can't
and
run?
don't. I just sit there and go on
So
the
what
phone.
do you do? Just sit in the gym?
Pole
Or cross
dancing.
trainer?
I go
I go
dance.
on the roller, you know.
Pole dancing.
You still doing it though?
I'm going to try the swimming.
Oh, the swimming's brilliant. I'm doing 40 lengths a day. It's my back, so I can't really run.
Strictly Park, I'm going down.
Right, talk about
Grosvenor Sports,
Yes, I sure, but you're brilliant at that.
another new offer from Grosvenor Sport.
he's ready for this.
Right,
Gaze a
go
wee. Oh, that sounded a bit naughty there, Francis.
Asthma. I like when you call him that.
Asthma.
I really like when you call him Francis.
COVID.
Get double the odds on your first sports bet after you sign up. Full stop. Winnings paid in cash also. Sign up at gsport.com/open
Full
goal.
stop.
Just before we get on with it, but how is the fitness diet going?
No, obviously.
No, good, aye.
Good. No, it is really good, but I feel that eating. I'm being stupid with it though. I don't know. I just feel that I'm just going 4 days in the trot, running. But then I'm no stretching or anything. You know what I mean?
If anyone can send this guy in a programme
Yes.
in terms of getting back to play top level football and a diet plan.
Do you know what I was thinking though, right, mate?
Would
I'm actually
appreciate.
genuine here. See if I get back like proper fit, I think I'll want to go up the leagues and play.
Aye, query.
I know, but I don't think the leagues will want you to go.
I'll be your
That's-
agent. I'll be your
Can you
agent.
imagine the
I'll be your
feedback,
agent.
right?
I'll get a job.
What age are you now?
Fair.
I'll get a job.
Never too old.
Never told it.
So a few good years, I
I
think.
tell you what, there's a lot of the
I'll get a job.
playing amateur football as well, you know, and I don't know.
Would you play amateur football?
No.
No, but it's better.
Get a few quid.
Can't.
But you can tell how serious
It's all the amateur players that watch this programme who kick crap at them.
How serious he's taking the diet. Look, he's still got a mouthful of sweet corn.
I know. He's just getting rid of all his sweeties here. He's got a packet of sweeties. He walks
No,
in.
he's off his sweets.
I fifth.
Off his sugar. Oat milk
Yeah.
flat whites now.
So you reckon a target
Huh?
for all the boys who would be targeting
I don't
Aye,
think you
aye.
can. It
I
never,
can't get in the leagues. I've been up and down.
doesn't leave your head, doesn't it? No. I
What?
think when you stop playing, it doesn't leave your head.
No.
What
You
does
wanna
it? Oh,
get
you want to
one.
get back?
But
You want to get one more shot.
At my
to
age,
keep you-
I played the night of exercise and my head still telling me to run. And the following morning, my ankles are going, what the fuck have you done?
That's it.
I can't believe you're still playing fives, man.
Aye, it's good.
I know, but just relax and enjoy your life, innit?
No, I do. It's man. It's
Can
fine.
you
Enjoy
take
it.
a
Enjoy
wee
it.
bit
It's
of that? I
good.
get that. I
Six.
don't play the fives.
Only
I
scored.
prefer
Only scored 6. It was
the
a
11
terrible
season.
night.
Do you?
Aye, I do.
Yeah,
I prefer
terrible.
it, aye. I can't play a full game, but I can.
Aye.
I'll play at a half or a wee bit more, but I love it. So I do.
Brilliant. I'm actually really how well we've all done.
What way?
Just this. We've came for. Still sitting here talking away.
It's time we got into the football, innit?
I know, okay.
Think so?
Do you know?
No,
I just want to keep talking.
So talk us through your typical day's diet on your diet.
Wake up, porridge, or bran flakes, coffee, fresh orange. What do I have for lunch?
It's no lunchtime yet.
What do I have for lunch? I said to you, I've had
Chicken rice,
Chicken.
what's dinner?
How's dinner, chicken and rice? What have you been having for your lunch?
soup and sandwich.
Or tomato soup.
I mean, tomato full of sugar.
Is it?
There
It's,
you go.
It's colours and
get Scotch broth or get a vegetable soup in you, mate. No, I think
chicken
tomato soup.
broth.
No, it's just rubbish.
Chicken
innit?
broth.
It's basically like a bag of Haribo, innit?
Aye.
We need somebody to help him.
We need
Any expert.
Aye.
So you said it. Get somebody to send some stuff.
I would actually love, mate. I don't know if it's possible to go into a club.
Wow.
But the only thing is, I don't think, genuinely, I don't think clubs would, a full-time club would want me getting in.
No.
Because then people might think, well, they're trying to go somewhere in the league.
And,
Somebody's just coming into, like, a random guy's coming into train.
yeah.
No.
Surely your old club mother will now. For all the stuff you've done for him, put the
I've
pitch
done a
down.
hell of a lot, but I don't know if it's, I've left it. A few comments I've made in the past, I don't know if
I know.
scuppered that
Because
chance.
you gave him a pitch, didn't you?
So what's your diet just now?
Mine's. I try and eat a wee bit better, but I love biscuits and I do love biscuits.
Do you?
That's my
Sitting there on a biscuit first.
Honestly, if I'm sitting and watching a game in the house or whatever.
Do you ever watch anything else other than games?
The old biscuits need to come out. But the boys do, man, in the house. I mean, they ever.
No, he's talking about the games that Lewis and Carver play that he watches.
A packet of biscuits. No, I try and eat healthily, but...
What's your favourite biscuit?
What's my favourite biscuit? Oh, I tell you what, you're gonna. It's
I love
quite
cookies.
Boring,
I love
boring.
cookies.
It's just chocolate digestives. I could just.
Oh,
sit
chocolate
there-
digester dynamite, mate.
They're not boring.
I could
Like
just sit
them.
there, half a packet.
My
of
favourite's
meat.
cookies.
Half a packet?
Easy. I mean, you're not going to have one or two.
Oh, I could
Once
do a
just try to
packet.
eat
I could do a packet.
Aye, the boys do that, I know.
Dip it in the tea.
Once they have
Dip in
that-
your tea, it's brilliant.
Aye. It
Best-
cost me a fortune.
Best pundit in Scottish football?
Derek Ferguson.
Absolutely not.
Dale Boy, aye.
Well
Who do you
done.
I
think?
just love
You're a man.
Who do you
You're a
think?
man.
Who do you think's the best pundit, Frank?
in Scottish football.
It's only,
I
you know
got
what?
shot
You
down
know
the
what?
flame. I said McFadden last week. Was it last week I said
No,
McFadden?
Jack, he's off his
Well,
seat.
Stephen
He's off his seat.
You're off your head. You're off your head. Just some,
He's off his head.
I like
Yeah,
listening to
he's,
the ball.
nah, he's not.
Well, McCoy's, didn't he? McCoy.
McCoy's
Coyce
is
is
good.
good. Coyce is good. Coyce is good.
I think McCoy's is brilliant, but I like somebody that's proper, like, got a real opinion and something.
You love Willie Miller, don't you?
Who?
Willie Miller.
Willie Miller's brilliant.
That's why you take your hat off. That was in tribute to Willie Miller, wasn't it?
No bad on the side compared to the other day, innit?
Bad.
Thicker.
No.
That's looking well, actually.
You're not do that again, will you?
No, never again.
I couldn't believe you done it. In the first
Maybe
place.
just
I'll just go on in time for the next time you do the hydro.
There's been a bit of backlash this week with Celtic and Rangers for the first time.
Off.
Yes,
Geez, do this in that accent, please.
That's the man. The
So the
Australian
Australian
sheriff.
accent.
The Aussie
Good day.
sheriff.
Good day.
I thought that was a...
Can you do it in Australian?
Gazai, mate.
Gazai? No, Gazai? No, Gazai.
Exactly.
Gazai, mate.
Good day.
Do you think?
He looks Aussie, doesn't he?
Barbie.
A Barbie.
Oh, yeah,
A Barbie.
Barbie doll, wasn't it?
I was a Barbie. I grew up with Barbies. I grew up with
Barbie
Barbies. Aye.
Right, mate, in Australia, my speech impediment, that was brilliant.
This is what you get.
What'd you make it? What
Should I
make
drink a
it?
couple of glasses of wine this morning? Gazai, mate. Like that's it. I'll have that for breakfast.
What drink it then? You want to tell us?
No.
What about the...
Celtic and Rangers playing the friendlies in
It was a
Australia.
Legends game. That was happening.
No.
You must want to sign up with
I thought I better get myself fit. I might be in a shout here. But I'm quite surprised.
Massive backlash, mate, isn't
There
there?
has been a backlash, hasn't there?
Aye. I mean, I'm not on social media, but obviously I go with my boys, my two older boys telling us, and they're telling us, well, that there's a lot of them not happy.
No.
For both sides, which I was quite surprised.
And what is it they're not happy about?
I think they're saying that
It should never be a friendly. But if your club's, what if your club's going to make more money that's going to help them maybe play day better in the Champions League, Europa League? Is it not quite a wise decision for your club?
I don't know, something came out, and I'm not sure if this is actually true, but somebody said that they make more for this game
Aye.
than they do the full season or
Leeds
something.
Full season.
Heard that as well.
Aye. Good.
So from a club point of view, it's a no-brainer.
2 years of not being getting paid, so it's for the clubs it's good. It'll be good for there's loads and loads of Celtic supporters clubs in Australia, so that'll be great for them.
That'll be a full house, won't it?
Of course it will.
They should play for something like the losing team. The other team gets to scalp their arses. Every one of them on the goal line to get their arse scalped. So it's,
So there's something in
there's
it.
a competition to it.
Day 3 doggies for 18-yard line, 18 nude.
But is it a fixture that should only be a competitive fixture? I can't see that point of view as well.
Should never be a
I don't think
friendly.
Celtic, I don't think Celtic ever play friendlies, do they? I don't think so. Well, I get told that.
That's the
That's it, I
thing.
get told
That
that
was-
when I played. Never a friendly.
That getting stalled into me.
Aye,
No,
it's still
just
done
as
me big time. I don't think it does now, but I just don't think Celtic should be playing friendlies because wherever you go in the world, there's supporters there coming to see you. You've got to play for them.
And
Can't
everybody
stroll-
wants to beat
Can't
you.
stroll about. You know, you can't stroll about.
Everybody
So
wants to turn you
they're
in.
getting stalled into us.
You're
So.
saying about you going and playing football out there, amateur, professional, whatever. You might be a target now.
Aye,
That's
you
what
will
the
be.
Rangers and Celtic boys have all the time on them. Everybody wants to beat them. Everybody wants to turn them out. So you've got. That's why that's where the pressure comes from. So
But that's why you get the big bucks, innit?
Aye, well, that's it. Well,
That's it.
Some, aye.
Growing up as a Celtic or Rangers fan, this game is never a friendly, is it?
But,
No,
see
never.
on that, would you not rather watch that friendly than Celtic and Rangers play like a fucking Australian normal side? Nah? Would you not rather watch that?
I would rather watch Celtic and Rangers.
Because how boring are the pre-season friendlies?
I know.
Why not make them as competitive as possible?
That'll liven it up. That'll definitely liven it up.
Yeah.
So
yes or no for you?
No.
No matter how much money you're going to make?
Obviously for a business side, it is, but I just think that game
good for us.
Means too much.
I think
it should never be a friendly, I don't think.
I think it'll never be a friendly, but it'll be classed a friendly, but it'll never be a friendly. So if they're prepared for that, good luck to them.
Derek?
Nah, because I'm not able to go and watch it.
Why not?
Telly?
Yeah, it's too far away, isn't it?
We might pay for you to go over and
Yes.
commentate on it.
That'd be
I've got
brilliant.
my camouflage gear.
So you want on there?
With my camouflage gear.
No, I'm the same. It's going to make you money, but there's more to that fixture than money.
See, like when you came through Celtic,
Yeah, you probably just hit the nail on the head there.
Thanks, mate.
So you're saying
Just done your
when
job
it's
for you.
World Cup,
Thanks.
they go away, they play a couple of dodgy teams and just for nothing. At least they're going to be on an edge with this game, that's for sure.
So you're saying yes?
I'm saying yes.
Go for it.
Aye, I would love to play. Pre-season game, I'd love to play.
That's what I was going to say to you, as players, would you like to play in a pre-season friendly?
I'd love to do that. Used to remember the old Glasgow Cup. I used to voice it.
That's a good point.
Used to do that, and it was for nothing. But people used to, it doesn't matter.
That's a good point, actually.
It doesn't matter.
Celtic and Rangers used to play at the start of the season in the Glasgow
Aye.
Cup. It used to use as like a pre-season friendly.
And it's you get prepared. They get you ready for that game rather than the start of the season. So it's because you know why you get beat. Don't care where you're in the world. You know why you get beat with Rangers. Not a chance. So that'll be in a game.
Where do you speak about it? It's not I don't think it's the worst idea in the world.
No, they're doing nothing. What they're going to do anyway? They're doing nothing anyway, and they've not had any money for both clubs for through COVID. They've not had any money, so they're making money. So good luck to it.
was the Glasgow Cup, was that like the Community Shield almost?
Aye, something like that.
And it was more kind of the reserve boys that played in that, or the French players.
That's why you go there every year.
Aye.
Easy, calm down.
Unless you get to Rangers, no, it was we put the first team out.
Yeah, we did. We just played French players.
That's why you kept getting beat.
Still won it. Oh, look at us. Even now it's a bit of need a lot.
Oh, that's the first I've seen that like that,
I
Joe.
had one of my best nights. It was a Friday night. We won 3-2. So we did, and then we headed to Blackpool that night. And then we were on the beach. Quite a number of the players that played that.
You're on a donkey.
We were on the beach at 6 in the morning playing football.
Playing
Yes.
donkey rides.
Mate, you like football far too much, man.
We won the Glasgow Cup, and then we had a wee
Kick
cab
it.
go, what are you doing? Straight off onto the beach, 6 o'clock, 6 in the morning.
There was balls flying about that beach, but he's not playing football. Didn't stop lying.
I'm telling you.
No chance.
Big Ted McMahon. Aye.
Donkey rides down Blackpool Beach.
Kissing the quick hats and all that.
It was massive.
Can you remember playing against Rangers when you were a kid? Who was the biggest? Did you play in the Youth Cup final, didn't you? Was it semi?
No, I never played Rangers in the Youth Cup.
Did you not?
St Mirren and Hearts we played.
Aye.
The semi-final would have played them.
Aye.
Even as a kid, see like going to Murray Park and that. Of course.
Reserve games.
Should never.
Full houses. Have you been to Ibrox in the 19s? Full house. No full house. Nearly full.
I told you when I was playing, I'd come back for injury and went to Ibrox a Wednesday afternoon, torrential rain, 40,000 people.
Well, look, even
40,000
People
people
are
on Wednesday
brilliant.
afternoon. I was like, I need to work
you're saying
anymore.
they'll come there. Look at Rangers fans. Wee Durante comes back for that horrendous injury. Plays at a reserve game at Ibrox. It's virtually a full house.
Aye, terrible.
It's a pass.
No, it's brilliant.
That's what I'm saying, no, that there's no game
No
like
game.
that in the world.
That's-
That's why I don't
It's just
think
I just think there's so much. I don't know, but I would imagine there's a lot of Rangers supporters club in Australia. The Celtic's got massive clubs there, so they're going there. Their supporters are getting to see them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see the problem in it.
Was it because they're working together almost?
They just see her abroad. There's no that rivalry as much as what there is here. So when you go to Dubai, we went to Dubai and played the game Celtic and Rangers, and we had a big dinner after it, and everybody was mixed in because they're expats. They all live there, and there's none of that. There's none of the nonsense that's going to be.
We put up with the reserve game against Rangers.
bigotry and all that.
Rangers had Naismith, Fleck, McGregor in goals. We had McCourt, Donati. What a game it was. Full house as well.
Aye.
The only one to say I scored the winner 1-0. 1-0 victory in a volley past McGregor.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Wait, the career went well after that, didn't it?
Aye.
Fucking douche.
Aye, McGregor's went on.
Aye, exactly.
He went that way.
That's what spurred them on, innit? This weekend.
That was
Aye,
three
I'm
quarters field.
not letting him score
I think it
again.
was 3/4 full, but they were great games, loved them.
What was that? Was that the league game?
Reserve
Was that to win the league?
It
was near the end of the season,
It was near
wasn't
the end of the season, but I don't know if it was to win the league.
By the games, maybe it's what I just touched on there. See, because they are making obviously more money, maybe it's because the two clubs have come together almost to make this deal. Is that then no right?
You could be right.
What about the business head on Mr. Slane there?
I think it's just
Dr.
for the
Slane.
fans.
I
think it's just for the fans.
Reserve football was big enough.
Get that back, reserve football.
Reserve
I
football's
played in front
brilliant,
of
mate.
big crowds, but they played on the Saturday as well. Sometimes a midweek game.
I'm going to tell you something about reserve football. See when you're coming back from injury and you're playing the reserve game, the boys that are playing up front with me will learn more off me in 1 or 2 games coming back than what they were playing with their pals.
But that was nothing to do with football.
Aye, I know, but it's, honestly, when the boys come down, when they're coming down, they're getting their fitness, they're playing. The young boys learn more off them because I just talk to them all the time.
100, but I've said it before, Frank, I learnt more off of 90 minutes with Paul Lambert than I learnt all the way
I
through.
was took away from my boys' club. I was took away from my boys' club at 15, under 15s, and put in the Rangers reserves for that sole reason. Because at that time, they thought it was a bad habit that I used to dribble the ball, believe it or not. So playing with the first team boys, you know, and they're coming back for injury, you know, I had to learn quick in terms of when to release it or release it a bit quicker. Because if I didn't, they were doing me like a ton of bricks.
Do you think also that bit now because there's no reserves? I think when you played reserves with first team players, the manager could see that he is ready to come at my
Go
first
and
team.
play in the
You
first
see that's
team.
not there now.
Aye.
It's maybe harder for these young ones to come
I
through.
don't even think we go and see them, do
Well,
we?
I heard that there's a rumour that it could be coming back next year.
It should.
Talking about releasing it quicker to you, that was a common theme. After that,
You were great at that.
releasing it quicker.
Releasing it quicker.
Do you know what? The best
Couldn't
story I
last
heard
the
about
best.
that. The best story I heard about that was Walter Smith. Wasn't it? When Walter Smith was at Man United with Ronaldo. That was the
I
best.
just let them get tore in.
No fouls, love that.
No fouls. Just let him so he pass the ball quicker. I think that's a great. I mean, it's just shows an insight. The man, he was great.
Did you play a lot of reserves? Straight in the first team,
Motherwell.
wasn't it?
40 or 13 hours something.
Did you play against like any older pros?
30, 40, 100, you see?
30 or 40 hours playing reserves. 15 first team. No, I can't really remember, sorry. But there was at the time, and there was a big step up reserve football to youth football. Did that got you ready for the first team?
Yeah. I think it's
And
a
the
good step,
competitive
a
games
good
as
middle
well.
ground between that sort of
100%.
football. Yeah.
The games were really good, and then he sorry did it, but they changed it. I mean, whoever made the decision, they changed it to the under 20s league, and it was absolutely awful.
Honking.
It was just like, players were coming in. It was just everybody just walked, but it was shite. But the reserves were brilliant.
Right, so Australia, what happened? Yes or no?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, well, come on, you need to say yes or
I
no.
don't know. I'm sitting on the fence.
He's wanting away. He's wanting. He's
BBC
wanting away.
have turned him.
BBC have turned him.
Turned him.
So anyway, what happened?
I think nowadays, Simon,
Cash is king.
business.
Listen, the fact that they're having a World Cup in Qatar just tells you money's everything.
Aye.
It tells you you don't need to talk anymore about that, do you? Because it's ridiculous. So,
But don't underestimate when the fans were how important it was.
And we've got a stadium announcer for the game.
yes,
Derek Ferguson.
Derek.
With an Australian accent.
G'day.
Where I cut that?
Gazee.
Half-cut announcer. Said I cut my guys. He's
That'd be brilliant.
That's made my day, mate. Gazette.
Gazee.
right.
Oh, amazing. Right, the football last night. Massive fixtures are running.
Yes.
We'll start with Derek. Rangers away at St Johnstone. Is it just about results now, this stage of the season?
That surface as well. I saw a bit on Sports Scene last night. Obviously, I was listening in, but I think at this stage, and after like Sunday, when obviously Celtic dropped points, it was massive, and fair play to Motherwell come back, but last night, and when they scored so early, you're expecting them to kick on, but on a difficult surface, and at this time of the season, you've just got to keep on the just right behind Celtic. Try and keep the pressure on, as much as you can. So it's all about winning.
Can't expect you to watch Sports Scene obviously on late last night. It was the same time that Babe Station usually starts, so you'd have missed Sports Scene last night.
I always watch the preview. Yes, that's it. I was at the game last night.
How was it then, Frank? Gaze it.
I was at the game. It's a couple of games I've been to recently.
Enjoyed it, didn't you?
Listen, it's always good to get back here, but
Were you working?
it wasn't. No. It was. They've lost something. They've lost
Spark.
that spark. Listen, they controlled the game. They dominated the game. St Mirren just defended. But they were good at it, and Celtic seem to have a problem getting through that. And they're coming up against that. They've got to learn how to get through it. I think there was too many people just. I'll tell you what. The pitch wasn't too clever last night.
Was it not?
There was a lot of bouncing about. I mean, it's not like normally Celtic parts.
See, I think pitches have got a lot to do with how Celtic play. See, with 1v1 wingers, it's not like Easter Road was not ideal for dribbling with the ball.
Night, But the ball fizzed into him and he just relaxed open and bounced at him. And I'm thinking, wow, you know, I mean, it's been all right for us when we played, because we played worse pitches than that. But the days players are not used to playing on that.
Yeah.
So I'm not making that an excuse. I'm not making that
No, it's not an excuse.
But they dominated the game last night, but there was no really. Well, I wish somebody, Roger, come on and change that. I mean, I've got to be honest.
So what has that been? It's probably been since the Motherwell game that we've not had that
It's been 3 or
spark.
4 games, I think.
Yeah.
Just no.
That's a kind of...
Which happens, look at Hearts, they've got Hearts last 3 games.
If you've got a surface that isn't great, you know, when a boys come to you as a player, you want to get your head up and see you're going to be playing the next ball. But if you need to concentrate on getting that first touch, it allows the opposition to get a wee bit closer to you, you know, and make contact with you. So
And it also allows the team to shuffle over as well, yeah.
You can slow it up a wee bit. Even for part of the game, I was at last night, wasn't looking the greatest, so the weather's been horrendous, I know.
I'm sorry.
The groundsman's been spending a lot of time on.
You've up with me.
You've been working on it.
To come back.
So, but they're all like that, so you just got to accept it,
Yeah.
go on with it, you know, and...
Yeah, but listen, I'm not going to. The Celtic dominated the game. They bossed it. They just didn't. There's no got that.
Did they look tired?
Extra bit. I don't know. If it was
Say
tired.
va-va-voom, say they're missing that wee va.
Va-va-voom.
Would you not give a wee bit of credit into St Mirren?
Well, they just
You know, the
defended.
new
You know,
manager
they
done.
just defended. And, you know, I thought it was a comfortable win without stepping through the gears. You know, I did that. But up until they scored, people thought they're not going to score here because it wasn't that. I think for me, things have got to get done quicker.
Yeah.
You know, everything. A month ago, everything was fizzed about, wasn't it? I mean, it was like brilliant football. So
But is it hard to pull it at every game this season?
Well, he's got a big squad now, so he can rotate it and change and.
I think he's always rotated
you know,
it.
Yeah.
But it's just no. I don't know if they look tired. I don't know what it is. It's just they look something. It's just a wee spot. Players get it, you know. And I know what Ange was talking about last night. Dominated the game, but it wasn't. It was hard watch because it was sideways, backwards, and you know.
I think it can be a bit of everything. I think it can be the opposition know what to expect. They're better prepared for it.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I mean? Because
I agree. I think that's a good
it's the same
point.
with Rangers.
Yeah.
The parts as well.
Well, I
They're
think-
going to play its part. So there's all these wee things.
The boy that looks like you was making some great runs last night.
Was it?
He was making some great runs and they want to find him. They want to gain him up. You know,
Yeah.
he was coming and spinning, making sure he was onside, and they want to gain the ball at the top. You know, and I'm thinking he's wanting that in that space.
Yeah, because they've done that early season with Kyogo, didn't they?
They just tried to ping everything into feet, and that's not his game. It was coming short and he's spinning around, and I'm going, people just got to game it,
Yeah.
you know, and then move it up. He'll get it in the box, you know, and just move defenders out of the way. It was just too easy for St Mirren. They just sat there.
Yeah.
This
And I
point
thought
of
it was too easy for him.
It's just the most important thing is to get the 3 points.
Rangers
Played brilliant.
we were speaking about it a couple of...
Didn't get it, we've got a point for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
last night maybe no is good. They get the 3 points. That's the most important.
We spoke about it a couple of weeks ago and saying they've just got to get the win. They've got to learn how to win ugly, and they certainly done that last night. They got the points, but it wasn't one of the better games to watch. That's for sure.
Carter Vickers, we said it in the podcast. I think he's been excellent for Celtic, isn't he?
Aye. They're not the biggest in the world. The 2 centre halves are not the biggest.
Yeah.
Celtic
You
signed
know, they've
him.
never scored.
I think so. No, yeah.
No.
And
He's
Rangers,
the man,
great
he's the
goal.
man. Jota-
Goal was great, wasn't it?
Jota-
What a touch from Morelos.
It's good to see Morelos, the
Yeah.
provider at times.
He's been excellent the last few while, Morelos, so now.
And I tell you what, and fair play to Kamara, because he's not been first pick, you know, to come in and that was a difficult chance, I thought, on the surface. You look at it.
He took it early, didn't he?
Took it early,
yeah.
just concentrating, keeping the ball down into the back of the net. As I say, I expected them to go and win a wee bit more comfortably, but it wasn't to be. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's maybe no your night on a certain surface. So just see the game out, get the 3 points, go into the next one.
100%.
Because even this weekend,
Aye.
you know, there's going to be situations or like games that, you know, there's going to be a swing.
3 weeks, is it 3 weeks to the Old Firm game? 4 weeks?
April the 2nd.
It's not on that sheet, didn't ask, Frank.
April
because
April
Celtic-
1st.
because I'm seeing-
There's no sheet
Aye,
there.
because I'm sorry, I'm thinking
Can I
it
look
because
it
I
up
know
for-
the fixture list will obviously be
Dave, when's it?
Aberdeen. Aberdeen are going,
right,
Aberdeen no good form obviously at the minute, struggling. So you think at home Rangers on the Saturday should take
I
care
think
of them, and then you look at Livingston, who have been brilliant,
Yeah.
absolutely.
brilliant.
Davy Martin, let's give you that points for Davy Martin though.
So it's a difficult. This is what I'm saying. So it's a difficult place for Celtic to go, you know, and play against a team like that. They're flying at the minute.
Aye.
Yeah.
So
I think they're the hardest place to
I think
go.
it's 2 hard games. I think it's 2 hard
Celtic
games
Rangers.
this weekend. I think it's that.
Do you agree with that?
What's that?
I think that, maybe 10 I think Livingston's the hardest place to go. Celtic Rangers.
I think you could be right. Even more time.
Celtic have always
And
struggled.
we've got to stop
Always
talking
struggled
about,
there.
they're horrible to play against Livingston.
No, they play good
you
football,
know what
you're
you
right.
get against Livingston. Livingston can play.
Aye. Get the ball down the sides really well.
Aye. Lee Anderson, big Doubly's in there. You know, and you look at in the middle of the park.
Big Michael Bublé, is it Big Michael Nubley?
Doubly, by the way. You seen him?
He got good feet, innit?
And the big boy,
And he
big
does-
boy,
he's
will he be
he's
fit?
no
Will he-
target
the
man.
boy that got sent
He's
off
the
last
right
night,
there.
who was that?
Who was that?
Who got sent off last night, was that?
Was it Livy?
Was that Libby's?
No, Hibs and Boy Rocky.
Oh, was it? Sorry.
He gave Paul McGowan a slap. That's what that wee bastard needs.
But then just
That was a better punch than
wee,
Josh Taylor's.
just a wee went on, that's Hearts confirmed third place.
Oh,
If it was ever in doubt.
Well, you did doubt it last week. So now,
I did doubt it, listen, it's confirmed now. And they've, usually they went in that wee lull for a few games. Sometimes that can happen.
Of course.
But they got a good win, recent win, and then that was a brilliant win last night.
You get
Wasn't
your comfort zone sometimes, you know, when you, because it is, I mean, nobody's going to catch them. That's it.
I know.
So they're in a kind of in between. They're obviously not going to challenge. You know, they're knowing that they're obviously secured their top 6 place. But so you can sometimes expect that just to come off it a wee bit.
See as a player, an old player, do you think it's a good, I would look at it as a good game for the Aberdeen boys to go to Ibrox at the weekend? I think
that's, I'll be honest, I think that's the last thing Aberdeen boys will want.
I think so.
Do you think so?
I think they're desperate just to get a
See
win
the
in the
boys
board.
that I've played with who go, this is what could step up.
They've won 1 in, I think,
I know,
1 in
I know, but
17
they've
the
got
weekend,
to
am I
turn-
right?
they've got
1 in
to turn-
13.
They've got to turn round. I think it might. I'm not saying they'll no Rangers will no win, but I think it could be a turning point for Aberdeen because they'll put a performance in. I think it might put a performance
Jim
in.
Goodwin's got a lot of injuries there, you know. Hayes went off injured again last
He's
night.
playing left back,
You've
isn't
got McCrory, you've got the young boy with Ramsey and that is injured at the minute. I've got a few others as well. You know,
Willie Miller's injured as well, isn't he?
Aye, well,
What
Big
comes up
Alec,
top,
Big
he's
Alec.
not going to play a part. A lot of injuries to contend. They're doing to the bare bones.
Yeah.
So they're Aberdeen. So I just think I agree with you. It's a game they probably don't want. I think they need to get a wee break, and they're coming up on a wee break. They need 10 days to 2 weeks to get a few injuries back, you know, and get a bit of fitness about that squad.
that chairman's, like, it's looking as if he's had an absolute disaster at Aberdeen, isn't it? That decision he made. McInnes. But the 10th in the league now.
Aye.
10th, mate.
Aberdeen 10th.
That'd be a disastrous
That's
season
a
for Aberdeen to
shocking-
finish 10th, wouldn't it?
Oh, if you don't finish in the top 6, it's disastrous. So
Yeah.
I think.
mean, well, their supporters, they demand that they're at least behind the old firm,
Yeah.
you know, they're in third place.
It just shows
and
you.
they're way off.
Careful what you wish for.
Is that true to when somebody says in Punditry that we're doing it at the bare bones, Craig Brown came sprinting down the stairs?
Go and look at this.
Craig Brown's no sprinted for an awful long time.
But a massive, by the way, unbelievable for Robbie Nielsen and Hearts. I mean, they've just came up.
To get third?
I mean, that's incredible, isn't it?
Although,
Did we not call it that at the start of the season?
I did.
you said dark horse. I think I said St Johnston.
Yeah, GC Johnson.
But I said have they kept their squad? Let's keep
I
it.
said don't be surprised.
Yeah.
They're right up
Aberdeen.
there.
You said Aberdeen.
No,
I think you said Aberdeen. We'll rewind the tapes.
Aye,
I'm
review
sure
the
his Hearts
tapes.
will be
Yeah.
right up there, by the way, because you know they had to play a certain style of football in the Championship. They've done that. Wasn't pleasing in the eye, but they got the job
He's a
done.
good manager. Robbie's done well. He's
He's brought-
give a shave in that, but he's a good manager.
Never liked what he said about our boy last night,
My
though.
boy, I know.
I
No,
think the
I don't
words
like that word.
I know.
And the one
But-
thing,
but
the
what?
word that he
Cheat.
used,
Aye,
that's one thing.
bad
that-
cheat. I
No,
know.
no chance.
No.
He isn't that. Right, there was contact. He goes down. The referee's only 10 yards away, so the referee makes the decision.
Aye.
You know, I'm sure I've seen other games, and I'm trying to can't recall some of them, but I've seen some Hearts players go down.
It's part and parcel of the game now.
Of course it is.
It's part and parcel
You
of
know,
the time.
But the one
Yeah.
thing, and I know that, and I know he's my boy, but see it, he's
No cheat.
because if it's one thing you've got a
Not
slap
a
in the
penalty
wrist,
taker
and
either.
he knows that.
We spoke to John Carver and he said the same. Lewis would never cheat.
Never.
He's
Never
so
cheat
loyal
on
to
him,
him,
innit?
isn't he?
Never.
So loyal to Carver.
I think Rob, he's obviously emotional after the game in terms he's not happy with it, but I mean that's
It's a good save for Gordon for the penalty, wasn't it? Or was it? What would you say? Have you been his dad? Good penalty or?
That's his
a
worst
bit
bet.
of both. I think it could have been a better penalty.
Aye, I think
but,
so.
I thought it was a brilliant save. I know, a good save. But no, Hearts were, again, when I saw the highlights and I listened to it, you know, thoroughly deserved.
But Gallagher's is not. It shouldn't be disallowed.
There you go, and then there's another one. I mean,
That was
games.
terrible.
I mean, I was at a game where a penalty kind of doesn't change the course of the game. But you know, it's vital, and you look at that stage of the game, and probably Aberdeen, they're struggling, none are playing that well. They need every break to go for them, and that should have been a goal. You know, I didn't see what. You seen it, didn't you? I didn't
terrible.
See much.
Need to get VAR.
Terrible.
Alright, do you want to have the VAR debate then? So you for it or against it?
Get it.
Why?
This guy hates
There's
it.
so many decisions I've seen in the last few weeks that are
How many decisions in England is costing people that at the moment they get it wrong?
Aye.
They're getting it wrong now.
No, I get that. I get that.
What they've got to do is they've
That's
got
a
to
shambles.
get ex-players looking at VAR. You just can't get the referees.
He's going to back down, so he's going to back down.
No.
Can't get referees. You've got to get referees. You've got to get referees out of that.
No, listen.
What are they going to do? They're going to do it at
Speak to him.
Livingston. They're going to do it at Tony Macaroni Stadium when they look
do
at
you know
VAR.
what it is? It's because they go to VAR, so it's a referee on the park, and they go to another referee.
It's terrible.
And what they do
Terrible.
is they kind of stick up for each
Of course
other.
they will, 'cause
And
he's gonna
everyone
go in-
else
You're
shout,
going to get much
having-
more right
having
in the
an
VAR.
ex-player
Listen, the guy
doesn't
that's
get
there, the guy that says
We'll just
Stockley
say, right,
Park
by the way, that
is
is
going
a
to be in the
penalty,
pitch
that's
next week.
But
They're
then
not
you know
gonna-
what you get with ex-players, so he's this team, he's that team.
No, you got, but you don't.
You need to
take-
bring somebody in for Italy or something.
don't-
I know, but who felt he's going to watch fucking Livingston
You've got-
Motherwell?
listen,
Decisions.
there's people,
Del Piero.
listen, there's people there, like you're talking about Willie Miller, people like that, they're good guys
know
in
the game.
football, know
Yeah.
the game inside
Know the
out,
game.
and they're going, it gives them a job as well, stop them talking crap on the radio.
My favourite, I know.
So you're for it, you're against it?
I'm all for it.
Are you going to send him back to that now?
No.
No, listen,
a lot of
I
crap.
get, I seen the man the other day, the handball, right? And
Do you know what
down in
fit-
England and they watch it, right?
Do you know what football's all about? It's about going to the pub after it and talking and going, that was a bad decision, that was a bad... No, they're waiting 10 minutes before you get... They're going to have advertisements and everything on it now.
I know, but you can see that. I remember Andy saying that about the talking the pub. See if there's a VAR decision, I can still walk to the pub and say to the guy about the VAR decision.
You can walk...
agree.
I'm not even bothered about VAR. I'm going to get to the pub.
Nah.
I'm just wanting
It's terrible.
Get Tonto. Get Tonto.
I think
Tonto.
it's too important now. I think it's too important now. There's too. I get the one with the handball in England, right? I get that they've seen the handball and they've still not get. But I think you will get much more decisions.
How far do
right.
you bring it back though when you go to that guy, he filled them out there.
It stops getting managers' excuses as well, I think.
What about the one in Europe, the one with Morelos?
That was great, and he didn't
the
show all the
Borussia.
angles back. He didn't need to see all the
He
angles.
goes
'cause
there, right, he looks at the monitor, that's the referee, I know I'm getting talk about referees, he looks at it and it's quite
They're
clear
idiots, they're
that
idiots.
Morelos
Sorry.
has got himself in front, the boy kicks him, so it's clear as day.
But you could tell by his face he didn't know what to give. He was so confused on what to do.
Aye.
he was just hoping that he got a cheer.
But come on.
The guy was
So
talking
confused.
different language.
No,
to
but you
me
could
here.
tell he was
Aye.
confused. You know what I mean? He was like,
Does that not worry you?
yeah, of course it does,
The
mate.
referees are confused because the guy in his ear was talking Spanish and he couldn't understand
But
him.
your point's bang on, because if it's a
Whose
referee-
point's bang on?
Mine.
That's
That's
because
right.
it should be,
I know, I'm doing.
and there's somebody, an independent,
Should
but
be
it should be an
independent.
ex-footballer
VAR would work
probably.
then. VAR would work then.
Yeah.
Because there's no way they're going to go against the referee because the following
that's
week
it.
he's going to be in the park and he's going to be in Stockley. So there's no way that they're going to do that. Just
Well,
Let
it's
the
Stockley
referees
Park
ref
in
the
England,
game.
but they're talking about putting them in a one-bed in Postle here, isn't it? That's where they're going to set the cameras.
guards.
So, sorry, what's your take on it?
VAR, absolutely, 100%.
I would do
We
it
should have said
right.
that 5 minutes ago.
I do it right, but 100%
Do it right.
it
You
needs to
can't do it the way
come.
they're doing it in England because it's so wrong.
Right, Hibs, we're on to Hibs.
Right.
Kevin Nisbet's ruled out for the rest of the season. Does that put him in the back foot to pursue top four? I think
Yes.
obviously fourth gets you in Europe,
Feel
done
for
it.
the boy
Hibs should be in
'cause
fourth.
Feel for the boy because he's in the Scotland frame, isn't he?
Yeah.
I feel for him more than Hibs. You know, I don't think Hibs will be challenging for top. I don't think they'll get
You don't
it.
think they'll get in the top four?
No.
I don't think Doige kind of suits the way Sean wants to
No.
play. There doesn't
No.
coming in deep to link the
And
play.
they're still searching for that balance between playing possession football and getting forward and creating chances.
I think it was 40 minutes until their first shot on goal last night at Dens.
Again, as I said, I was listening into
Yeah.
it, you know, and it sounded a dreadful game, but you've got to get a wee bit more going forward.
Aye.
I know he's got this philosophy, but it should be a slow burn. I'm assuming there'll be plenty of time.
And the summer, wait to the summer to do that.
Aye, you know, the parts are not made for it now. You've got to go a wee bit longer, you know, at times, and just get boys into the box. Try and give your forwards something, or give them some scraps to feed on. That's what I felt sorry, and it's like gutted for Nisbet, you know. But I felt sorry for him watching some of the games because I thought he was starved of service.
And the fact that Celtic game, I watched that, it was probably his best game that he'd had playing in that system. I thought he started the game really well and then he obviously got that injury.
It's a shame for him. You know, he's been through a lot the last season. So as we
He's
set
done it.
things up,
Yeah.
he's old man and that. And then a move that could have been probably life changing for the boy, falls apart, then he comes back, and then this. So listen, I wish him all the best. He's a good boy, good player.
But you look at Livingston, right? They went to Dens, and I think they had about 8 shots in the first 40 minutes.
Aye.
You know, so you watch that and think, right, and what have Livingston done well against them here?
It's strange though, isn't it? We've shown because if that is your
Then you need to stick to it.
philosophy and beliefs, I don't know. Does he want to coach any different? He thinks
I
that's the
didn't
right way.
think, I
but
didn't think it looked as if it was.
it's no, though. They don't know. Is it
I
like
didn't think
it's
there was any
shocking to watch
system.
the
I didn't think there was any system or any reason for any way they were playing. I didn't see any pattern or anything. It was just,
It's a 3-4-3
I
they're
thought
playing.
they didn't know what they were doing.
But again, as well,
Do the players understand when they play why they keep the ball? Why are they keeping the ball? Because they're trying to drag the opposition out to them to create a wee overloads.
There's no many
or to
teams
get
do that.
between the lines.
There's no many teams
But
do
no,
that for
but-
Scottish football.
I know you're saying it isn't working, but see when he first came in and he had a Boyle who could be on the end of that, they were winning games.
But you've
So
got-
it's
you've
hard
got
when he
him now.
loses that. I
You've
know.
not got him now. I mean, the boy, he can't stop the boy. The boy's on. He's set up for life now.
Yeah.
The boy. So you can't take that away for the boy. So I just don't know. I mean, people here. There's not many teams keep the ball off Celtic and Rangers, especially when they're playing. You know, and that's why when Celtic get caught sometimes, it's only against teams that can keep the ball.
But
That hurt them,
again,
you know,
to
so
defend
I
him
don't
a
know
wee
what
bit,
I'm
right? What are you saying to your players if you say, right, we're just going to play this way till the summer and then we're going to play a completely different way? That sets you back 8 weeks in your
I know.
preparation for next season.
the
So if we
balance,
start
and
now,
it-
well, all right, we might have to finish maybe 6th this year.
You know yourself.
But we'll be
there's
in
a
better
time-
position
there's-
next year.
There's a time and a place in a game when sometimes the opposition, normally games I watch, the first 15, 20 minutes, it's a bit of a battle, everybody's at it until the game settles down. You know, then once the game settles down, then you can maybe start to play your possession-based game.
That was always what you get told. Win your own battle.
Aye.
Win your
Even
battle
till a
first.
game
I know, but
settles
everyone
down.
says that.
But get
But
that
that's what
balance.
you're
Just being
See,
like
if I'm
everyone
playing
else.
against you,
Why should you not try and be a wee bit different?
If I'm going to play against you, I'm going to win my battle first.
So you think Pep
you're gonna
Guardiola
give
comes
me-
here and goes like, listen lads, first 50 minutes, let's just fucking win the battle.
It depends who you play against. When they're playing against Burnley and all that, they'll say, look, you've got to stand up to them because they're going to come right at you.
I think you can still stand up to people while playing your way of football.
I think a lot of it comes down to the players as well. I think
And
Sean's
the players comfortable
We'll
playing that way of
lose it when
football.
they're
You've got to ask
doing
that.
It's you've got to be at it right.
No, I get that 100%.
You've got
Yeah.
to players
No, I
that
agree
can
with
do
that.
Kind of puts you in a kind of thing, or you just want to
Just
find
kick it in the
people.
head.
No,
But it's that nervous energy, everything that goes at the start of the game. You want to go on the front foot, you want to show you're about.
Yeah.
You sometimes you just need to wait till the game settles down, and then be brave on the ball. You know, be picking the passes, take possession. You know, when somebody's close to you. But Hibs have got to get that balance. It's a fine line. You'll get there.
I'll get there.
Once he gets the players, you just says the boy Boyle. He was the icing on the cake. For
Yeah.
him. No got him, so you need to find another way.
dusted off
good.
brilliantly, wasn't it? There?
Yeah.
He dusted that
Good
off.
debate.
Aye.
Well done.
That's been.
So who's going to finish 4th? Livy?
Livy.
Tell-
They've got the
tell you
momentum
what,
now, and
at the
there's
moment-
nobody stopping them.
My
At the
money's
moment.
on Livingston.
Wow.
I love watching Livingston. I love the enthusiasm, but the ability.
Many
that
points
they've
is
got to
ahead,
go
eh?
play.
Nah, it's very tight, Frank. I think there's
It's not
two,
tight.
between 10
Give
and
anybody.
4, it's not a lot.
But they're a team, they're in a good place at the minute.
But how good he came out when they were struggling with that, we will not get relegated.
I know.
I love that.
And
I know,
do you
I
know
love
something? And I was sitting listening to that and I went, wow. I think we even come on here and we
I wasn't sure about it when he said it, but
Oh, actually, I wouldn't have said that. But listen, he had faith in.
What, you knew what you had in the dressing room?
Aye.
did the big boy knew he came back in January?
Yes,
He's made a difference as well.
Aye, great big player. Play. And as I say, he's not a big target man.
No, he wants to play.
Plays, comes in a wide area. For a big, what is he, 6'4", 5", different class.
Yeah, I played with his brother, mate. He's exactly the same type of player as his brother, Frank. Frank played with me at
Is
Swindon.
he the same stature?
Same stature, mate, but no, doesn't want to header the ball and he wants to get the ball down and do tricks and all that. Brilliant.
Six
Great to
foot
watch.
plus, no one headed the ball.
Nah, he wasn't interested in heading the ball, Frank. He wanted the ball at his feet.
That's brilliant. That's
But I like, see for Arbroath, mate, it shows as well how versatile he is. He played up by Arbroath, he's kind of playing off the right for
Right,
Livingston.
aye. And then the second half, it was on out on the left.
He
He gave me
switches
the
him.
He switches him.
He switches him about. He just kind of wee tactical manoeuvres and gets him probably onto somebody who thinks he's got the beating.
Yeah. Also, by the way, I noticed at the game, see when Martindale was maybe shouting at him or doing that, taking the information on, no swinging his arms about getting on with
Just
it.
getting on with it.
Brilliant.
Did you ever listen to the manager for the side? No. Did you ever listen to the manager?
Always. Not the good ones I did.
I go, what's he saying? Can't he hear you?
You'd be surprised the difference it makes when you do listen.
No, I used to love that. As soon as you crossed that way.
Oh, that's you.
They just
Aye,
patch
right,
it,
that's you.
Muffs went on.
But you change the game as you see it on the pitch. The gaffer can't change the game when if it's not going your way. You've worked all week, and if the system isn't working, you change it. The players did that himself, you know.
He's given Pittman a wee shout.
So I like Scott Pittman.
You know, and
One of the hardest boys I've played against.
I don't know.
As well. He's played down the lower leagues.
Junior. Played Junior. Do you know he played centre midfield with Davy Martindale on the same team?
I know. I've heard the story. So look where he is now.
Yeah.
Mixing it with the best. And
Brilliant.
proving that he's.
Not many people play junior and great on to play.
Was that you?
Aye.
Who was your junior team?
Johnsonborough.
Who?
Johnsonborough.
What was that like?
Hard.
Was it fags at half time and stuff like that? No.
Good
What, was it
pitch.
brought serious, was it?
Aye, good pitch.
Animals playing against you, but pure kicking every time.
Nah, you learn. You grow up, don't you? You grow up.
You were a
quickly.
tough bastard too, weren't you?
Got you. You get battered.
For Milton. What was your house like in Milton?
A bit like this, a bit of a mess.
How many of you were in a house?
Well, to be honest, I never slept more until I get married.
Wait, always had to share a bed?
I had three in a room and all that. Aye.
Did you?
Aye.
Brilliant when he came there, innit?
Aye, 3 room.
What about you?
Well, I grew up in Ballannock. Well, Shuttleson, Ballannock, the family. Aye, and a wee bit. I stayed with my granny Fergie quite a lot. And there was
We've heard about her.
Aye.
What,
We
I
had
love
a
it.
show. We had a show about her.
Aye, we lick your arse. That was my favourite saying, by the way.
Aye.
I used to shout out, Granny! Get money for the van. You go, Derek, away and lick your ass. That was that.
What a woman.
She always getting happy. She gave me my money.
Right, here we go, cooking time.
Get chucked in, wrapped in newspaper money.
Aye.
Chucked in,
Brilliant.
up the tab.
Right, cooking time. Have
Cooking time.
any of you close last week now?
What time is it? Is
No.
it 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
It's for getting on.
By the way, I'm going to tell you, that's a good thing about Scottish football at the moment. A lot of teams are beaten. We've been doing all right one week and the next week we're...
No, you've been doing
It's a lottery now, isn't it? It's a lottery.
aye.
Right, who wants to go
That's
first?
good, isn't it? It's
I'll
good,
go
isn't it?
first.
Right, ready?
Right.
I'm going to give you 4 of the best here.
Right.
Go on then.
Ones that I think will be, this will be a tight game. You ready for this? Dundee United v Hearts at Tannadice, sorry.
Hearts played well against Aberdeen. Dundee United. They're
Stubborn at home there.
Aye, I mean they played well against Rangers, well defensively, but I just think Hearts a good place, full of confidence. I just think Hearts will be a wee bit too much for them.
Okay, this one could be exciting. Hibs v St Johnstone.
Oh, I tell you that, it's
It's a 0-0 draw, isn't it?
It's a big one for St Johnstone.
No shots.
You know, so because St Johnstone, they get a win, can put a wee bit of pressure in Aberdeen.
Yeah.
They're not too far away from them.
So you're going for a draw.
I'm on that, because St Johnstone, they'll just want to get something for it because they're no struggling, but they've had a wee kind of little. I think that could be a Hibs no create a lot. That could be a dull one each.
Right, okay. Ross County St Mirren, another tight one for me.
I'm going to go with County, and the reason being, right, that defensively last night against Motherwell, they were magic.
Big skipper does well, didn't he?
Oh,
Akaviti, is it?
Lacaviti
Yeah.
and Brayla, what's the boy that came in for Watson, the captain, Ramsey, by the way, he's an
Really
athlete.
good, is he?
So he is. But the two boys, Hongbo and Charles Cook, been the best players all season. They didn't really play
We're not
that
at it.
well last night, and I just think they'll produce it a weekend, and I think they could be the difference. So I'm going to go with County.
Alright, I'm going to give you a
And
game
they're in
that...
a brilliant run. Do you know last
Yeah.
7 games have only been beat once,
Yeah.
and that was with what? Was it Hibs 2-0?
Right, okay. Last one, Rangers v Aberdeen.
I'm going to go Rangers. I think it could be a comfortable victory for Rangers.
I agree.
Aberdeen are in poor form. I think Jim's got problems in terms of injuries. You know, he's no get many fit bodies. If you look at now, we're talking about important players that would play in that first 11, and he's missing them. So it's backs to the wall. And if they come away without getting a real doing, I think that'll be a result for Aberdeen. They need time. They need a couple of weeks so that Jim can get his methods across, but also get a few of them back
That's
after.
what good managers don't have a couple of weeks. They've got to go and do it.
But he needs them into the physio's room. He needs them out in the park. And do you know something? And it comes a time they just need to grin and bear it. See if you're carrying an injury, just go in there. I think that's why you had Scott Brown back playing last night.
I think he was ready to come back.
I can tell you, you know the insight I'll give you. I know somebody that plays through injuries quite a lot when he shouldn't. Sometimes I went, why are you doing that? But so they need more of them. They'll need to stand up because it's too important. So just listen. You don't always feel 100%. So just you need to go on with it, grin and bear it. You know yourself.
Well done.
Right, Frank.
I'm sitting on the side and I'm telling boys to play.
I'm just going to go with him. Just what he says.
Livingston Celtic.
Come on, Frank.
Do you know what? It's a bane. But you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. We've been talking living up, but Celtic can't afford to drop any more points. I think they'll go and win. I think they'll get a win. Yeah.
Rangers Aberdeen.
I think Rangers will win, but I think it'll be closer than what Derek thinks. I think they'll be up for it, and they'll be right in the face. No, Derek thinks it because of the way Aberdeen's playing. I think that this might be. I know that I did when you're on a down and you're playing against the big boys. You know, and that's when good players come through, and it's time for them to show something.
Time to stand up and be counted.
Aye.
Motherwell Dundee.
Oof.
How do you call it?
He's an oof.
I'm going to go with Motherwell there. Motherwell at home, because I'm with Tim County weekend.
Dingus against his old club.
Oh, that's a good shout.
How many games you got left?
Dingus is, no, but he's still got 3.
He's got 3 goals.
And we'll go with
That's the umbrellas right through.
two of them mates, Dundee United Hearts.
Who's mates here?
Andy and Charlie.
Alright.
Who do you want to win that one?
Who do I want to win it?
I'm going to go with a draw there, yeah.
Couldn't care less.
Who is it? Is it Tynecastle? Is it Tynecastle?
No, it's at Dundee United's pitch.
I'm going to go with a draw.
City Discovery.
I'm going to go with a draw. City Discovery. I
Fifth most up and coming site in the world according to the New York Times.
It was crap.
No, it's brilliant, isn't it? Come on, mate.
Right, okay, whatever you say. I'm going to go with the draw. There you go. That's me. Who else did it?
What is that for?
Yeah, that's 4.
But Motherwell, Dundee, Celtic, Livy, Dundee United, Hearts and who else?
Rangers.
Oh, who did he take? Oh, he took Rangers. Right, who wants to do Paul Slane?
Right,
Right, I'll pick you 4 games, Sonny. Ready?
go on.
This is going to test you. Livy versus Celtic.
Celtic.
Why?
Oh, go on.
I need a bit of background. I can't just accept it. He needs some food.
I hate when you do that to me. Sometimes I'm not ready for the how I think. I just think they'll win it. I really do. I think at this time of the season, they've sorted out big results when they've needed it, and they ain't going to stop now. So
There you go. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Right?
oh,
Livingston against Celtic.
It's just.
I know, I want to get another.
Just done it. That's the man who talked.
Right, definitely Celtic.
We need
Right.
that. We need that.
I'm going to get your pals in.
That's what again will go.
United Hearts.
Hearts.
Why?
Oh,
Better team, better players. Really dangerous up front, and we shoot her back and Hal get back. Very hard to defend against.
Who's dangerous up front? Who thinks dangerous up front?
Boy Sims and boy Janelli coming on.
What was Shooter's finish last night?
Off, belter.
Barry McKay's a player.
Yes, he is a very good
good
player. Suiter's finish was lovely. Rangers versus Aberdeen.
Rangers. Comfortable, I think, as well, by the way.
Why?
Aberdeen are in a bad way, aren't they?
Yes.
And Jim Goodwin is just, as you said, injuries and stuff, so it's going to take him time to get that playing. So.
And the last one, Dingus versus
Dingus.
your old club on your pitch.
Aye. Rolling about the AstroTurf. Dingus.
Big grass stains on the trousers.
That is that. I would put my life as a draw.
Would you?
0-0 draw.
No shots, no corners.
See, Motherwell played really well in the second half.
Aye.
They had 2 or 3 really good chances. The pace up top, they brought Roberts on.
Woolery's got a bit of pace.
I tell you what,
He's not bad, is he?
good player.
He was dropping in, wasn't he, Lincoln?
He played.
Seen it.
Aye.
Woolery. Good.
Not that I'm trying to kind of sway.
Good name.
You still going to draw that?
Aye.
Are you? Right,
You're crazy, man.
Crazy.
I like
Names
it.
what we all got
Crazy.
what we all got to do now.
We're going to see the happy couple.
Good to see happy couple. We'll go
I
see.
will take them for a wee lunch.
We'll take him for a wee lunch, Frankie and Benny's.
A pie, a pint and a play.
Oh, yes.
That's not far for here.
Let's do it.
I think I'll maybe
Next
do
door.
that in a couple of weeks.
With your man there?
No, yes.
Oh, perfect.
That's brilliant. I like that. It's a good shot.
Right, happy anniversary, Mr. and Mrs.
Aye.
Ferguson.
Yeah, well done.
Love you.